Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to more family-friendly gaming with Soap the Great. I am back playing some FTB Infinity Evolved here on the Hypermine modded server, and I'm currently joined by a party of 8 people. 8 people. And if you look down here, we've got some tick lag going on. Anyway, so what are we doing? Well, last time we were together, I was working on this stone lumber axe. You can see that we're having a little bit of tick lag there. The animals are going crazy. It might be us. Let's take care of these guys. Yeah, I could be the one that's causing some of the lag due to all of these guys here, but we're going to take care of that right quick. So yeah, last time I was working on a nice little lumber axe, and then I saw a video by Valentine, and he put a lava crystal on his lumber axe, and that means that you get a bunch of charcoal. Now I've been using a furnace generator, and so charcoal is very useful, so I decided, you know what, I'm gonna put a lava crystal on a lumber axe, but we're not just going to put it on any lumber axe, we're going to make a new one. I think these cows might be some of the cause of the lag, but we shall see. We shall see. Let's just get rid of the adults here. I need some leather. That's the big thing. I keep getting these hats too. And if you're wondering how in the world are you getting all those items just floating to you? Well, I've got I'm gonna wait. Actually, no, I'm not going to wait. I need to show it to you. I've got an electromagnet, and then I've also got this thing, Belt of Flight. What that does, lets me fly. Yes, very nice. So anyway, I got this lumber axe, and it's made of cobalt, and it's got the auto smelt using the lava crystal. Let me just show you this thing. Come to this pine tree, and there we go. Get a bunch of charcoal. Once the whole thing situates, okay, so we got that. We can put the pine sapling back down, and there we go. We got some more charcoal, and you can also see I've gotten some sheep. I got a horse, and I got some donkeys. How'd you get some donkeys? Well, I found some out in the world. I went flying around. You can see my journey map here. Went flying around to look for a base place, and then TO was kind enough to give me the seed, so I've been doing that on a single player creative world just to not blow up the size of the map once I do decide on a base. But I was flying around, and then I found this thing, this golden lasso. It's added by extra utilities, and you can just come to any peaceful mob and pick it up. And now it's stored here. It's called a horse right there, but then you can just drop it back down. And so you can move peaceful mobs a lot more easily that way, which is kind of neat. I needed to do that with the cows as well because I need leather. And then I moved a bunch of sheep over here. And it could be my base. I don't know. Maybe it is. I'm not sure. I've gotten some ender lily seeds, and then I made some endstone. You're wondering, how in the world do you make endstone? Well, you put some obsidian into the casting basin right here, and then melt down some ender pearls, and then pour that into the obsidian, which is kind of nice. Now in here you can see that we've gotten a little bit of a change. I've started putting a bunch of stuff on the walls. Got rid of the chests, and I've moved this down into Modular Storage, which is from the RFTools mod. I saw Voodoo Beard put this together, and then Valentine put it together as well. And then over here I've got a little XP drain. All of that just goes into here. I got a little transfer node as well, so that I can fill up some bookshelves to make magical wood, which is going to be useful in Ender.io. But the other thing I need to show you, now we've got the barrels for the bulk storage, but you hear a little burny sound. You hear that? That has to do with what I needed for the lava crystal here, and you might be wondering about the cobalt as well. Cobalt comes from the nether, and then I've also got a manulin handle on it. And so manulin is an alloy of cobalt and ardite, both of which are nether ores. And that means that I've been to the nether. If we come down here, you can see what I have been doing. I picked up a blaze spawner, and I put that here, so now I have a little blaze farm in my base in the overworld. If you're wondering why is there not an issue with lighting, this is called Darkened Glass. So it doesn't let light in, but you can see through it. And I've got some conveyor belts on the floor, carrying all of them down to... we're going to turn down the hostile creatures a little bit, carrying them down to a diamond spike. And I've got a vacuum hopper sucking the items up and sucking the XP up, but that thing is full. We can go around and take a look right here. It's got 32,000 millibuckets of XP. I need to take that and put it into some more bookshelves, which is why I'm killing those cattle. But you can see we got plenty of blaze rods and sulfur and also red hearts. So I'm going to be using those later. Anyway, so I've got a little blaze farm going. And again, this is all a temporary base. That might seem kind of odd to you, but it is just temporary. We need to eventually get to a more permanent space. That's why I've been flying around. And while I was flying around, I got some other stuff, including with the thing that let me move the blaze spawner. There is something called a Dolly. There's a regular Dolly, and that's going to give me a little negative effect, slowness and mining fatigue. And the Dolly itself, let's see if we can pull up the... Can't pull up the recipe? No. Oh, I've got it up here already. So there's a regular Dolly, and that lets you move chests and barrels and probably most things that have an inventory, but the thing that it does not let you move is spawners. Instead, you take a Dolly, give it some diamonds, and now you got a diamond Dolly, and those can move spawners. So right now, I've got a witch spawner on the Dolly. That's going to be for when we get to a more permanent base structure. We can throw that in there, and that, and that, and that. Just get rid of all that. And we're done feeding the cows for now. We'll come back with that stuff later. And then what I'll do is go over here and throw the charcoal right there. And I've done a little bit of rearranging up front here. I've put the machines over to the side, and then I've moved the capacitor back here. And then I came up with, I built a solar generator so that we can be generating power all the time, especially if other people have this thing loaded. It's not the best. It doesn't generate too much, but it's enough to keep this thing somewhat loaded. Of course, I've got a fisher on here, which is producing tons of stuff. Yes, now I've got a name tag. And a safari net. Okay. So we've got some decent stuff coming in. We'll have to figure out what to do with the rest of that. The safari nets are good for picking up mobs as well. I would like a multi-use one so I can do an auto spawner, but it's been working pretty well. So other than that, I think we have managed to cover pretty much everything that has changed over here. Let's see. Pulled out the anvil to fix, combine a bow. So I've got a bow now. It's alright. It doesn't do much damage, but soulbound means that, you see it right there, prevents item from being lost on death. And apparently it gives me a little extra modifier for XP. And then over here I think I've got another, there's Unbreaking 3, Withering 1. Ooh, that might be good. So, it's about this. How much is that going to cost? I think I have to, no, I can't do that. Oh, it's too expensive. That's a shame. So we'll have to figure that out. But for now, I think I've shown you pretty much everything. We've got some more tools. I've got a cobalt hammer. The obsidian pickaxe I have retired because I now have an alamite silk touch and then a cobalt, essentially a fortune 3. it could probably do... No, it's got full lapis, full redstone, and it repairs itself. So I really don't need any other pick. And here, silk touch, redstone, I think we're pretty good there. And then here, that's decent. Okay, so we're pretty good on the tools. Armor, we're rocking the iron armor. It's not the best. The long fall boots, that's good because when you're flying, if you do happen to fall from a large distance, this is even better than, you might have noticed a little skip there. This is even better than feather falling 4. So you ready? We're up pretty high. You ready? And we're going to drop. This gives me essentially creative flight, which is going to be useful for building. But yeah, so long fall boots completely take away all fall damage, which is very, very useful. But yeah, I think we're good on. I think I've shown you everything. If you have any questions about anything you see here, do let me know in the comment section down below. If you've got suggestions for things that I need to be taking a look at. In the future, we're going to be messing with auto spawners, and then I picked up a broken spawner. Let's see if I can get that. Yeah, there we go. So I got a broken cave spider spawner. So we'll be doing something with that. And yeah, that's not going to be in this base, no, because we need to find a new place. Let's see. Scott R showed me or told me something here. Something about... Okay, there we go. I can see the overworld even if I'm in a cave. So we're going to be finding a base place at some point, probably fairly soon. And somebody's up here. But yeah, I don't know. Oh, next time we'll probably be at the location I choose, and that's going to, I don't know. I might bring people in on stream for that. Who knows? But for now, we don't have a base place or base location. But next time we should be at one, and then we'll be able to get a little more settled. And yeah, so say goodbye to the hidey hole, and next time we're together, we should be getting a more permanent place set up and starting to really play with the mods. But for now, hopefully you enjoyed this installment of family-friendly gaming here on the Soap the Great channel on the Hypermine modded server. That's going to be it for now. Do let me know what you'd like me to see, or what you'd like to see me play with in the future. For now, I'm playing with spawners and tinkers fairly well. Tinkers constructed out for the time being. Maybe we'll get into bows and weaponry later, but for now I think we're pretty good with this pick and the lumber axe, which, oh, okay, so you have to go from the very bottom to get the whole thing. But we're pretty good on that lumber axe. I'm excited about that, so I can generate plenty of power from the furnace generators. But there we go. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, a like is always appreciated. And, ooh, major tick lag. But next time, I will see you over at a new location. All right? See you then. Bye-bye.